Hello, welcome back to part 2 of my review of Ready to Love Season 9 Episode 6 titled Closed Mouth Don't Get Fed. Thank you so very much for coming back, and here we go again. Alright, so Maya and Justin go on a date. Ever since she twerked in front of him at the pajama party, he has been interested. I like that Jonathan gives compliments. He told her that she smelled good. So they told each other a little bit about themselves. Then he asked her what are her non-negotiables. She said she likes someone who is family-oriented. They told each other that they don't have kids. He told her that he wants kids. But he had told Rashina and Mika that he didn't want kids, or it doesn't matter if he had kids. I think Justin says what he thinks the women want to hear. He's trying his best not to go home. He asked her who is she connecting with. She told him that she's connecting with William. And I can't believe William has two connections. I mean, he doesn't dress well. His clothes doesn't look good on him. He doesn't seem to have a stable job. He has 3 kids with different mothers. And I think he's in debt. All of these together does not make him a good catch to me. Anyway, Maya and Justin seem to get along well, but for some reason I think she really likes LaRon. But I think she's trying to keep it on the down low. I don't think she wants anybody to know. LaRon's only connection now is Maya. I think he's really feeling Maya. That's why he didn't care that Koshia went home. Next, Rashina set up a date with Justin and Will to make body butter. And I like Will. He said he was surprised to go on a date with Rashina. He said, my connection is with Alexis. I don't know Rashina like that. The first time I saw Will in that multicolored, she talking because I said her name. The first time I saw Will in that multicolored net shirt with the collar and the buttons down the front, it turned me off. And also when he forced his number on Koshia by snatching her phone out of her hand and putting his number in her phone, made me think he was an ass. But now for some reason I like him. Before they got to making the body butter, the lady had them close their eyes and she hit a sound bowl to release tension. I have never experienced a sound bowl, but I think it would irritate the crap out of me. I would rather have a massage or a drink. That would release tension. Jonathan said the sound bowl was right at his ear and it was too loud for him. So then the man, they're making a fragrance for Rashina and she's making mixing a fragrance for them. The men seem to be, enjoying what they're doing, or unless they're pretending to enjoy what they're doing because they don't want to be sent home. I don't know. She then asked them what are their non-negotiables. Will said his non-negotiable is faith in God, but he's not perfect. He likes his Hennessy. Rashina said her non-negotiable is trust and commitment. She said, don't be lying and trying to talk to other ladies. It's just going to be her. It's just going to be us, is what she said. And I feel you, Rashina. I feel you. Jonathan took forever to spit out his non-negotiable. He claims he is a private person. But private people don't go on reality shows. After he thought and thought and thought, he finally came up with, I don't like a woman who smokes. So she can lie, she can cheat, she can steal, she can treat you like crap, but she can't smoke. Then he tried to be funny. He asked Rashina if she knew how to change oil. And she said, absolutely not. And then he said, that's a negotiable, a non-negotiable. She should have told him, I can afford to take my car to Jiffy Lube. I don't have to change the oil myself. Since he's trying to be funny, she should wipe that smirk off of his face and make him look cheap. He can't afford to take his car to Jiffy Lube, so he's going to expect his woman to get down and dirty and change the oil manually herself? Are you out of your effing mind? Okay. Every episode, Jonathan proves to me to be an ass. I hope he goes home. Rashina is not liking him, and she thinks he's closed off. So Jonathan leaves out, and it's just her and Will. And even though Will is not into Rashina, he has been a good sport by sticking out the date. But then he starts to drill her. He asked her if she ever dated multiple men. She said a couple of years ago she did. He said, well, what's a couple? She said, 2 is a couple. He asked her how would she support her man. Why do all these men want support? Support in what? Support financially? Support by being your cheerleader when you're down and out? How? What is the support you're talking about? Rashina said she support her men each and every day. You better than me, Rashina. You better than me. He asked her, who does she feel like she's least connected with? Why are these men asking the women about their connections or lack thereof? It's none of their business. She told him that she's least connected with LaRon. Next, the ladies meet up with Tommy at the lounge, and Alexis is worried something is going to pop off. She knows there's trouble a-brewing. Tommy asked them about their dates. Rashina told them about salsa dancing with Justin. She said he has moved up on her list of connections. Maya said she went on a date with Justin, and she loved that he's a teacher and she wants to go on more dates with him. But he's not really a teacher. He's a coach, right? I guess a coach is a form of teaching, I guess. Patrice told them about her date with Alonzo, William, and Vanessa. She said she liked being in between 2 men that were feeling her. Vanessa mentioned that she was the 4th wheel that was on flat that just wobbled along. That was your fault, Vanessa. Patrice said she is confused by Alonzo because he plays too much, but she is never confused with William. Mika told them that her date with the Dom was okay. She said he is very sweet and the things he says are good, but he only contacts her right before the lounges, the women's lounge. She basically said he doesn't contact her no other time. Alexis told them about her date with Chaz. She said they had core values in common and he is respectful and they have a lot of chemistry. Alexis is messy. She then said, I thought he was going to kiss me, but I let him do the gentleman thing and walk me to my car. Alexis is trying to put these women in their places. She did not have to mention a kiss that didn't happen. Alexis is letting these women know that she can get this one, that one, that one, and that one. That's what she's doing. Mika said in her confessional that almost is not good enough. Just shut up. And I'm with her. Just shut the hell up, Alexis. You did not have to mention a kiss that never took place. Tommy asks which man is a non-negotiable for you. Vanessa said William because he's into fitness and she is not. Mika said William because there's nothing romantic going on with him. Rashina said William because she said he's in the friend zone. Alexis said Jonathan because he made her uncomfortable during the truth or sexy game. She said he called and apologized, but he always has an explanation, especially when it comes to his ex-wife. He has an ex-wife. He doesn't have an ex-wife. He doesn't want to talk about it. He wants to talk about it. It's just too much for him. He's just too mysterious. He's keeping everything under wrap. Maya said Jonathan. She said he is not open. Rashina said Jonathan. She said she shouldn't have to dig in order to get to know him. She also said Will. She said he's messy and there's no connection there. Mika said since day one, Will was being thirsty and forceful and saying things about her appearance. Patrice said at the pajama party, Will confronted her about what she discussed in the lounge. She said he said, I got money. I don't have to sleep on the floor. My hair's so messy. She said he was trying to check her. She said, I thought that what is said in the lounge stays in the lounge. But that's what I said before. When you take the men out to let them know why they're in the bottom or why they're going home, you have to let them know the reason. So you have to let them know what was said in the lounge. So what's said in the lounge that can't stay in the lounge. Patrice told Alexis that I know you want to uplift Will, but when you're telling things that happen in the lounge, it gets dangerous. Dangerous? What's she talking about? Alexis told her that she had to tell Will about the negative things that was said about him. Exactly. She had to tell him something. The reason why he was in the bottom. Alexis also told Patrice that she did not mention her name when she told Alonzo about the sleeping on the floor thing. She didn't mention Patrice's name. But Patrice don't believe her. Patrice said Will asked her about it. But I think he asked all the ladies about it. But maybe Alexis did tell him off camera. And he pretended like he didn't know who said it. Because he didn't want people to think that Alexis was the one that told him. I don't know. Alexis said Will figured it out all on his own. Mika jumps in and said Alexis told Will everything that was said in the lounge. So they start arguing back and forth. Alexis told them I keep saying Alexis and my Alexis keep talking. Alexis told them he doesn't like you. He doesn't like you, and you. And I have no control over that, is what she told them. She's something else. And Tommy was useless. Tommy basically said, I agree with you, and I agree with you. Now let's move on. That's basically what he said. He then picks up a baseball and told them it's a curveball. And not one, but two men are leaving tonight. And I'm actually happy, because I know 3 I want to go. I know 3 men that I want to go home. He told them to choose 3 men and let 2 of them know that they are not ready to love. So Vanessa met up with Will. Poor Will. They say he's sleeping on the floor, and this is his 2nd time back-to-back in the bottom. Poor Will. Anyway, they greet each other, and she told him that he seems nervous. He said to her, do I look nervous? And then she just sat there grinning. Maybe she said something in the camera, they cut that out, but it just looked like she sat there grinning like a dummy. She told him that in the lounge, they discussed different feedback about him. She told him that the ladies found him to be chatty, and it's off-putting. So what she did was she just threw back in his face what he said about Koshia being chatty. She just threw that back in his face. He told her that he has been very quiet and he only talked to the people who he has a connection with. Then she told him that the second thing the women didn't like about him was him being forward, pushy, and not respecting their space. And I feel bad for Will. That's a hard thing to hear about yourself. She then told him that her and the ladies have decided that he is not ready to love. What is Alexis going to do now that her main squeeze is gone and all the other women hate her guts? I guess she's going to get her daddy Chaz to protect her. Next, William meet up with Maya, and he brought her roses. He is excited because he said this is his first date with Maya. Don't get too excited. This may be your last date with Maya. said him and Maya talk regularly, and she's his strongest connection. So he's really happy for this date. If she's your strongest connection, how come this is your first date with her? If she was your strongest connection, you should be going out on dates with her. You should have had 2 or 3 dates with her by now. That doesn't make sense. She told him that they had a lounge meeting, and now he realized what this is all about. It just wiped the smile off of his face. He asked her if it's time for her to break up with him. She told him that the ladies get friend vibes from him, and then he's trying to explain why it's hard for him to date several women at a time. You're on a dating show to date several women at a time. I know you knew this when you decided to sign up for the show. He started talking about how he had the wrong number for one lady and blah, 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 blah. So she then told him that his non-negotiables may not align with some of the other women. But she told him that the ladies and her have decided that he is still ready to love. Last but not least, Alexis met up with Jonathan. In his confessional, he said he already knows what's going to happen because of what happened at the pajama party. So he is prepared for whatever. He apologized again for what he did at the pajama party. He told Alexis he never meant to hurt her feelings. I don't think he hurt her feelings. I think he made her extremely uncomfortable and violated her choice a little bit, because she tried to push him away and told him no. Anyway, she accepted his apology, and she told him it's water under the bridge for her. She then told him that the ladies and her deliberated, and some of the women didn't think he is as open as they would like him to be. He told her that he is not going to throw it all out there at one time. He's basically saying if he tells all his business to these women and it doesn't work out for him, now they all know his business. Jonathan, how can somebody get to know about you and know about your life if you don't talk to them? How are they going to get to know you to see if they like you or want to date you? I wish they need to send this idiot home quick. She also told him that it's that his past relationship may still have life. That we don't know if he's married, not married, used to be married. What is it? Circling the block. This is what they call it. Running back to her, having sex with her. Coming, we don't know what's going on with his ex-wife or his exes. She then told him that they have decided that you are no longer ready to love. And that was it. But we never saw, in this episode, there was no LaRon. Why? Why didn't they have LaRon in this episode? He wasn't even mentioned in the lounge. Did he get a pass this week? I think there's something fishy going on. Because I noticed in a couple of episodes back, Dominique wasn't in that episode at all, and they never mentioned him either in the lounge. I don't think that's fair. People are showing up, going on dates, getting eliminated, and these two get a pass? Are they getting special treatment? Anyway, that was the end of the episode. This is the end of my review. Thank you so very much for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.